Hey, Joe and Lou, it's Michael Bruce here. What's going on? Happy New Year. Hope everybody had a great holiday season and all the raccoondom and all the crazy nuts out there, full-grown nuts. The fraternity, it's IO 3:58 p.m. I have to say that because I have to pretend I'm talking about a Chinese restaurant because I have mental issues. Well, let's see. What's going on? There's a few things. Lou is going to reveal a twos theory that I came up with on the show today. Ron is compiling a whole bunch for the next time that we're on the show. He's on a twos tear lately. We're discussing a book as well. What else is going on? 2025, this would be a great year, of which the second annual, that's right, second as in two, the second annual Honeymooners podcast convention will be at Pleasant Point, and that's going to be wild. Looking forward to that. So in other news, I was talking with Joe, and I said, Joe, you might want to leave the hat on. I know that in Honeymooner land, we like to refer to the hat being off to be recognized. But Joe has lost so much weight that he's, when he's standing behind the pole, we can't see him anymore. So I advised Joe to actually put the hat on so people could recognize him as they, walk by. Also, as you know, I'm in Ernesto de Quisto's band, and we were supposed to do a big winter tour, and I thought it was going to happen, but I got wind that it wasn't, and I called him up. I said, hey, what's going on? Are we going to do that winter tour? And Ernesto said, no, it's too cold. So I guess that threw that out the window. But I would like to point out the fact that we should all celebrate Lou. As you know, he moved into a new place. And we should celebrate that. I think it's great. He's loving it. And from what I hear, all of his furniture in his old place, it looked okay. But once he moved all of his furniture into a new place, kind of like if you moved it into Park Avenue, the furniture just looks great now. I mean, you should see it. We should gather around like we're all looking at a ring and, check it out. But congratulations to him. I know they worked very hard on the look of Lou's new place. Andre, of course, who we know is a little bit of a gigolo, but he's got a keen eye for decorating. And Lou and Andre worked very close together. New drapes, rugs, everything. Redid the whole thing except for the furniture, as I said, came from his old place. But to make it look great, it was all part of an advertising campaign. And so I know that Lou doesn't normally like to let his phone number or his salary leak out, but I will say that it didn't cost him, I will leak this out, it didn't cost him 1 cent to get this done. That's right. I'm not sure if I can buy into this whole advertising campaign. I saw the whole thing about Morgan's department store, the to-do about the, little money and a bit of ingenuity, what you can do, thrills, chills, and suspense. My neighbor, Mrs. Finley, didn't really buy into that either. But apparently this was one case where it worked out. So congratulations, Lou. And I understand that Lou, of course, is working on an efficiency system of how to run his new property. So he's, calling experts in the efficiency system business to do that. And hopefully free of charge, they'll help him out. So anyway, everybody's great in Honeymooner land. All you full-grown nuts, you guys are the best. Of course, Joe and Lou are the best. Looking forward to getting back on the show at some point soon with my buddy Ron. And so I will end with hashtag Honeymooners 24/7 RX.
Testing, hot outbound car, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Are you ready?
I'm all ready.
You on here? Come on, let's go inside and get started.
Dusty out in that hall?
Hey, get a load of butts over there.
Oh, would I like to pelt you just once. Dusty out in that hall?
What's my temperature, Norton? Oh, come on, let's get moving. Isn't there any lot here?
Yeah, about 300 pounds.
A 20% percentage.
And now, who is our next guest, please? Herb, here's our next guest.
Ed Norton.
The Honeymooners Podcast.
What's this?
The only podcast that is all about the greatest show of all time. With the stars, Joe Conti and Louis Fatts.
If they ever institute a Nut of the Month Club, I've got a very good idea who's going to be January and February.
Welcome, fellow raccoons and members of the Women's Auxiliary. What's happening, all you hurricanes, Bensonhurst bombers, and all you Ritas of the world? You're listening to the Honeymooners podcast with me, Joe Conti, and my pal, Louis Fats. Come on.
And he's so tall and slim.
Thank you. I'm going to administer the pentothal. Perhaps you have heard of it. It is sometimes called the Twoof serum. Now, when Mr. Norton's asleep, the mental block to his subconscious mind will be cleared, and perhaps then we can find out what it is that he's searching for. And then later on he goes to, you fainted.
You fainted.
He goes from Viennese to Brooklyn East in 0.2 seconds. All right, I'm going to tell you everybody right now, the hallway is really dusty.
It's very dusty today, all right? I got arterial monochromia, so everybody just, you're going to hear a lot of it's dusty out now.
I may even have to change to a pays to buy the best.
Yeah, you might have to go with that.
Yeah,
Of course, it's the only podcast all about the greatest show of all time. We record in the Non-Productive Studios at 328 Chauncey Street in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, also known as Clifton, New Jersey. Subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. And if you're on iTunes, give us a 5-star rating and leave a positive review, and we'll read them. And the home base is Non-Productive.com/honeymooners. And also, for the last 4 months, kind of forgot to let you guys know, if you subscribe to the Non-Productive YouTube page, if you don't want to listen to it in podcast, you could just go on YouTube there, and the last maybe 7 or 8 episodes are on YouTube now.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Louis just found that out today. Yeah.
I'm on the YouTube.
Exactly. So you can listen to the shows on the YouTube Non-Productive YouTube channel. Don't forget to like our Honeymooners podcast Facebook page, the Honeymooners podcast Facebook group.
Yeah.
And also follow us on Twitter at Honeymooner1. And if you want to leave us a voicemail, like you heard in the beginning, Michael Bruce, he's like the only one that leaves us voicemails anymore. Call 628-400-7741. Exactly. And if you want to email us, you can email us at honeymoonerspodcast@AOL.com.
Aren't they ancient?
Exactly.
Yes, we are.
All right. What's going on, Lou?
Joe, 134.
134.
And I remember this morning I was at the gym. I was telling you before, at the gym. I just threw one on. And it was 90. I believe it was 90.
Right.
And I think we even mentioned during 90, like, wow, I can't believe we're at number 90.
Yeah.
That's 67. That's 44. 44
episodes? 44 episodes ago. And you said it was, because I'll sometimes pop on an old one, and it's weird, because when you listen, and you know, when you're listening to yourself, you listen to it differently.
Yes.
But when you haven't listened to it in a while, what did you tell me?
It was funny.
It was funny?
I was laughing. You know, like when you're in the gym and you're sitting, you're doing an exercise and you've got this stupid smile on your face and you're laughing, you know, with the headphones on.
Yeah.
And you're like, what's that nut over there doing? But anyway, it was funny. It was funny.
Wow.
So
it's cool.
The way it is.
So, yeah.
It is.
So if there's people that are checking us out now, because a lot of people, when they first check out a podcast, they'll go with the most recent one. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes, depending, you know, sometimes they'll just continue from there. But we always say you start out at like 14.
Yeah.
You know, the first 13 where we were, you know. But,
you know.
And once 17 hit, like I remember 17 was, I think it was something about Pal of Mine.
Okay.
That's when we really started to catch our groove.
All right, cool.
But yeah, so if this is your first time, welcome.
Yeah, welcome
and,
all.
Yeah, welcome all. And just binge it. Because, you know, especially if you're as big of a Honeymooner. Listen, if you're listening to this, you're a huge Honeymooners fan.
Yeah,
you're not
just have found it.
Yeah, exactly. So, so we have a lot of things to do. But first off, one thing we want to do is last episode, and we had Michael Bruce on, we did a little thing at the end where we went through the whole list of all the full-grown nuts. And because of my terrible handwriting, I couldn't read.
Using the Palmer method.
I couldn't read my own handwriting, and it was Mike Colombo. Who we met at the convention, friends with Lou DeAngelis.
Yeah, Lou wrote us saying it was Mike Colombo, right?
Yes, Lou was the one. Yeah. So, obviously, we apologize to Mike.
Oh, yeah. And Mike, good man.
And we have to get into the first part of the show. And, oh, man, because I did that, it's not there. So now I got to go back into here. And here we go.
Verily. The Honeymooners podcast knights the full-grown nut of the week. Aren't you lucky?
I don't want to step on the verily.
It gives me real pleasure to present to you this award.
Howie Wiener. Wow. And we have to tell you, this is at least the second or third time that we brought somebody who we assumed that you were a full-grown nut
already. Yeah, we did not.
I'm sitting here going, is Howie Wiener a full-grown nut?
And I
you
go,
were like,
yeah.
of course he is.
Yeah.
I went through my list, and number 22 was not Howie Wiener. It was not Howie Wiener. So
this argues too much.
Yes, that's why it took us so long to get. But, of course, we apologize, Howie, because he's been around forever.
Howie.
And a great contributor for a long time.
Even we went in front of the board of nuts.
Right.
And they said, you're just coming with Howie now?
Exactly. What took you so long?
What took you so long? We're like, well, just thought he was.
Yeah.
And he wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? And we should have known because he always...
He always looked like some kind of nut to me.
You know, it's actually it. And you know what? Maybe that we let him wait so long, maybe he will be...
I am humble.
Maybe he will be humble.
Probably was writing it off. So like, when is my ship going to come in? When is my ship going to come in?
Yeah. And you know why we finally... you know what? We might have forgot, but you know what? We know why you really are. It's because...
And you wear a stupid head.
That's so funny. It's so funny. It's so stupid.
Now I'm coughing.
But of course, yeah, Dusty out of the hall. But yes, of course, welcome, Howie. Hopefully you enjoy the podcast. Yes. You know, I feel like I know.
I know.
Is that weird?
So bad. Like we're on the like 5 years.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, we thought he was already a full-grown up.
Yeah.
So we apologize.
Yeah.
All right. So now, speaking of a full-grown nut, our pal Steve Franchi.
Yeah.
Who?
What is that?
Yeah. The what is that, Steve Franchi? He is without a doubt a full-grown nut, and so Steve sent me an email last week, and I'm just going to read it to you guys. And basically, he did a Honeymooners podcast list of good and bad perts.
Okay.
But in parentheses, really none of them are bad. And it's almost like it's a synopsis of the whole podcast from the very beginning. So, number one, good, clean fun. The first episode of the Honeymooners podcast was released June 19th, 2019. Number two, seriously, guys, another stinker. Episode 13 with Joe Fernandez, September of 2019, and that was because of Ira.
Yeah.
Right? Number three, Flubs Happen, episode 19. Get a load of Louis Fatz's flub there, featuring Swami River. And episode 26, Poor Little Old Watchman, featuring Face Bake Page. I think that was me.
That was you, the Face Bake Page, yeah.
And we can't forget episode 59, Where Do You Live? 328 Chauncey Street, featuring If You Want to Leave Us a Phone Call. I accidentally flubbed the same way Ralph flubbed
with the phone call.
In the phone call.
Yeah.
Number four, the 1 hour Happy Yuletide extravaganza with Joe and Louie's pal Gil. Episode 24, December 24th, 2019.
Wow, okay.
Then, number five, You've Come Back Remotely. The podcast continues through the lockdown, going remote for 3 episodes. Episode 33.
Our dark days.
Our dark days, yeah. Rachel, You've Come Back. Episode 34. Boy, that Jane Frizzy sure can skate. And episode 35, Even More Trapped. April 17th, 2020. And May 7th, 2020. Number 6, the 39th episode Spectacular, the first live broadcast that we did with Frank. That was in August of 2020. Right. Mm-hmm. Number 7, the Trapped episodes, too many to list. Joe and Louie spend multiple episodes trapped in Trapped. Number 8, Dial K for Cramden, episode 45. Silk City Hot Sauce is introduced as the first sponsor.
Okay.
Yep, August 8th, 2020. Then number 9, the second annual 1-hour Happy Yuletide Extravaganza, episode 54, December 24th, 2020. This I like. Number 10, Mark and Doreen reenact the Get a Load of Fatso scene.
Oh, man.
Flub and then reenact episode 61, April 1st, 2021.
Wow.
That was great. Because that was Doreen, her grandfather. Is Michael O'Dowd, who did Get a Load of Fatso. And then her and her husband replayed it.
It was great.
Great.
It was
so fun. And then they did it at the convention.
At the convention.
It was great. Number 11, the long list of special guests that have put their stamp on the podcast doing introductions. Dave Ingram, ad-lib or not ad-lib, Here's an Item, and Full Grown Nut of the Week, and then a new one today. Joe Fernandez with the Flub of the Week, Greg Kapp for One and Done Player of the Week, Joey Image for the Louis Observation, and Bruce Martin for Player of the Week, and he's sorry if he missed any. Number 12, Am I Worthy of Such an Honor? Episode 82, Ira becomes the first full-grown nut of the week.
Okay.
November 4th, 2021.
Oh, man.
Steve has problems. 13, an interview with Brian Carney, and Brian Carney sits in. Episodes 93, Part 1 and 2, March 26th, 2022. Number 14, the Honeymooners Podcast 100th episode spectacular live interactive show, August 26, 2022. And 15, Honey Habanero. I'm reading it and I still can't get it right. Honey Habanero Hot Sauce is launched. Episode 102, November of 2022.
Man.
Number 16.
Some timeline.
Yeah. Whew. Number 16, What's My Temperature, Norton? Episode 111.
Of course.
June 30th, 2023.
Wow.
Yep. That was that was one day before I started my 2-week pre-op diet, and that's where my whole life changed.
There you go.
That's where
There you go. It was 111.
No more Get a Load of Fatso.
So there.
Number 17, October 13th, 2023, the Honeymooners podcast group is launched.
Oh, man.
How does he know that?
I don't know any of these things.
I don't know any of these things either. Number 18, the four of us get along like the Three Musketeers. Ron and Bruce join the podcast for the first time. Episode 109, May 4th, 2023. And then make their second appearance on the Applicant Extravaganza, episode 114, November of 2023. Number 19, and we're almost done. Trixie, You're a Wonderful Woman, episode 116, January 16th, 2024, a tribute to the late, great Joyce Randolph.
Yes.
And that's where he finished. But what a cool thing.
Wow, that's
man.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I didn't even know half of this thing. Half. I didn't know any.
Yeah.
Or 99%.
Yeah. Could have been more
higher
than that.
I think it's a lot higher.
I didn't know. 9 out of 10 I didn't know.
A little higher than that.
A little bit higher than that. But yeah, that's the great Steve Franchi.
Wow,
of course.
great.
Thank you for that thing. And
Some research there.
I'm not sending you any money. I'm telling you. Now, you know what? We kind of forgot. We should get into our sponsor very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
We have 2 sponsors.
2 sponsors here.
3, if you want to count the other one for later. And, of course, our first sponsor is Silk City Hot Sauce. And we're going to get through this quick. Go to SilkCityHotSauce.com. Get yourself some great hot sauce, except, of course, for the Honey Habanero hot sauce. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. But what you do is they do have great hot sauce, okay? Go in there and purchase the best hot sauce on the planet. And then when you go to checkout, there's going to be a coupon code in the center of the checkout page. And if you put the 2 letters
RX
in the coupon code, I got to hear that again.
RX
in the coupon code, and you get yourself a 15% percentage off of your order, and you get a free bottle of
Cherry Sriracha.
I'm sorry, sir. I couldn't think of the word.
I almost jumped it there, Joe.
Almost jumped it. Yeah, you almost pulled the Steve Franchi.
I would leave that for Steve Franchi.
For Steve jumped the line, Franchi. And, of course, you don't get a free bottle of Cherry Sriracha. It's just for comedic purposes. Of course.
That's our disclaimer. Dusty on that hole.
Thank you. And, of course, our second sponsor is, of course, thegoods.fun. If you go to thegoods.fun on Facebook and like the page, it is a cool thing, and a certain person needs to get off of her behind to get going with a lot of stuff here, and that person is my wife.
Your wife?
Yeah.
Everybody was waiting for that.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it. I didn't know you were going to say wife.
I actually went to her one day because she's been slacking, and I'm like, let's get going. And
Okay, thanks a lot, sister.
yeah. I said, you know why she's so slacking on this? You know why? Because
Well, can't you put your pocket down for
See, I
5
think
minutes?
that's-
You're always carrying it. Thinks you got a big load or something.
and probably because her
Your stockings are crooked.
yeah, I think that's why too. So, but go to thegoods.fun. You can she makes she does great photography, and then she puts a lot of those great nature pictures on certain items. But we're also trying to get her to get these T-shirts going. Really cool T-shirts.
Okay.
Like what is that?
What is
Stuff
that?
Like
Okay,
that.
yeah.
So, we got a lot
Oh,
of things
man.
today, and we have a surprise at the end.
And yes.
A good surprise. Whoa, ho, ho! What a surprise!
What a surprise.
So, let's get going.
There ain't no surprise.
There ain't no surprise.
Dusty
Oh
at
my
all.
goodness. Okay, this one is a lot of fun. People seem to really like it, and we're just going to get into it. And here it is.
The Honeymooners podcast presents
Strange sound. Foreign sound.
What's that sound?
Sounded like feeding time at the zoo.
All right. So you guys know what this is. It's What's That Sound? And, of course, I play a quick clip from the show, and Louie has to figure out where it's from.
And he usually doesn't.
And he usually doesn't. But he likes it like that,
Yeah,
obviously.
I want it
You know,
tough.
what do you
I
want?
don't
What do you
know.
want? An easy
I don't
question?
know softball
This
question.
is a softball
I
question.
play enough softball. This is hardball.
So, this one, I told Louie, I said, I think it's either going to be where you're going to get it right away, or you're going to think you're getting it, but it's going to be a little bit different than what you thought it was.
Okay.
Okay? So, here it is, very quickly.
So-ho!
Tahoe, I think I'm going to say right now that's Carlos Sanchez.
What is he? What is
Tahoe, here he is. That's it? No, I'm not. I'm wrong.
You're wrong,
I'm wrong.
but you're in the ballpark. You hear it again.
So-ho!
No, see, now my head is like my brain's on Carlos Sanchez, and
But you're in the ballpark.
I'm in the ballpark.
Yes. Because he's not saying it to Carlos Sanchez.
Oh, see, I'm thinking like when he walks in the room.
Right.
Oh, here he is.
Here he is. Right.
That's what I'm
That's
thinking.
what I meant when I said
You said that
you're-
before.
yeah.
You said that before the show. You said
Right.
you're gonna think you got it, and
right,
you-
and you're going to be close,
close, but you're not
gonna
gonna
be
get
close.
it. You're not gonna
Right.
get it.
Now you got me all
Now you
confused.
got confused. Oh man,
You got it, but you don't
I
got
got it, but I don't got it. Tahoe. Oh man.
So-ho!
I'm gonna. I mean, I got Carlos Sanchez in my brain, and
Yep.
I can't get it out. It's like a string of Peloponnese in my brain. I can't get it out.
Here you
What
go.
would it would get? Play it.
You know whose trouble it is, don't you?
Oh,
You
yeah,
know
he's-
who's making trouble? Carlos Sanchez. So-ho!
Oh,
Sure.
okay, there
He
it
wants
is.
everybody
There
to
it
do
is.
the mamba and teach him nice manners. All I know
just
is
wanna-
that Alice was satisfied with
Okay.
me for 15 years. Now she wants to change me.
Oh, she's got a nerve. She's got a nerve. She knew when she married you she was getting the worst of it.
I
You
had
can
to
say
play
that.
That's a great night. There's a flub in there.
There's a flub in there?
Oh yeah.
What's the flub? Did I just play it?
Yeah, you play it. Go back. Go back. It's right in the beginning.
You know whose trouble it is, don't you?
Right there. You know whose trouble it is.
Right. Yeah, exactly. You
We
know
did. That was flub of the week.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
had
yeah.
That was
You
a
know
flub of
who's-
the week. That was from the. It's in the vault right now.
We have a flub today.
Oh yes, we do.
do.
Controversial one.
Little controversial one. In fact, we might get right to it. But yes, that one I had a feeling you were going to get because you were like, ho, Mr.
Oh,
Sanchez.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here he is.
Yes,
But it was The ho-ho. Yeah.
Okay.
It was the before that.
Before that. Well, all
Yep.
right. So basically, this is the twice. Oh, too
Oh,
scary.
God. Stop.
Sorry. Jumped the gun. Sorry.
Okay. So, speaking of, I can't believe we're doing this, but we're doing it.
And now, the Honeymooners podcast presents
It's not in the top hand.
the Flub of the Week.
Oh, my God. That's great.
Sounds so good.
Oh, my God. Especially because we haven't heard that in so long.
We're episode 134. We've exhausted every flub.
God.
And we
exactly.
Picked and choose, and we got cheap on them. And
Yep.
Anyway,
But this one,
It was good.
again, it happened accidentally.
accidentally, all of them.
Well, like they all do.
Yeah.
But we weren't even looking for a flub.
No, we're looking for something else. Actually,
And it is, okay, deciding vote. First, we're going to go to Freddie Muller. When Freddie Muller comes in.
well, it's actually Joe Muncie.
Joe Rumsey.
Yeah.
Right. And,
No vote for him.
okay, here we go.
You find that out. Simple arithmetic. It's between you and Frank McGillicuddy. Now, only the 7 executive members can vote. That means you need 4 votes to win, right?
Yeah.
Well, I just have to
Yeah.
find out that Jerry Shaw is going to vote for you. So figure it out. Jerry Shaw, me, you're going to vote for yourself, and Ed Norton will vote for him.
Not
Sure. What's the matter?
nothing, but I just had a little argument, but it doesn't mean anything. We're always arguing. I can fix that up. How about that? Me, the convention manager.
Yeah, how about that?
There it is.
Me,
There it is.
get to
Okay,
go to Chicago,
keep
they
that in your brain.
Convention manager.
Okay, keep that in your brain.
And I don't even think I ever realized
I
this.
didn't realize it till before.
And now we're going to fast forward to right before they do the voting.
Yeah.
And of course,
There ain't no dry end.
it's the
There
president.
ain't no...
Hold on.
Must be catching a cold, pop.
But when there's an emergency, we always come to the other guy's aid.
Brother Norton, as Sergeant at Arms, you sit here besides me.
Okay.
And now, Brother Raccoons, we all know what we're here for. To elect the business manager for this year's convention.
Business manager? There's no way that's what he was supposed to say.
No, he had
No
to say.
way.
What is a business manager at a convention?
Who wants to be? That doesn't sound like fun anyway.
One guy's going.
Yeah.
What are you managing? You're
Right, exactly.
Just
Business
one
manager.
guy,
What does
Ralph
that mean?
or Frank.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute. What is a business
Business manager.
That doesn't sound. You know what? I wouldn't even vote for myself. I don't want to be a business manager. I want to hang out.
I'm saying, but that's the title. You're the convention.
Totally messed it up.
He had to mess it up. And and we know Cliff Hall is a flub machine.
Oh,
he's a flub machine.
yeah,
so he's
yeah.
great. That's why we love him.
Oh my God,
we love
this is
Cliff
great. But yeah, and this was, and we'll tie it into.
They're going to tie it into something. Yeah.
Because we had gotten something from Mark Weissman.
Yeah.
One of our full-grown nuts.
Oh, yes.
Obviously. And Mark sent, let me just, where is that?
There it is. I'm in a hay.
I'm in a hay. Yeah, it's a, here it is. So Mark sent us something, or he actually, I think he did it on the Facebook group. He said, well, I noticed something. I'm not doing it in the, he types it all out phonetically in the Brooklyn East thing.
Yeah.
Not doing it, Mark. I noticed something. You're never too old to notice something. And the other night, I noticed something. Was watching the deciding vote, and you know how Joe Muncie / Rumsey tells Ralph that only the 7 executive members can vote. Well, at the lodge, when the guys vote, you can see there are 6 members in the attendance plus the president. Yet when the ballots are cast, only the 6 members actually vote. The president never actually fills out a ballot, so it should have ended up in a tie. But, Louis,
Okay. We looked at it.
Yep.
True old Paced by the best.
Pasted by the best.
We looked at this, and for an instant, Mr. President goes out of frame.
Yeah.
So the only thing we can deduct, because there are 7 ballots, he counts them out.
He
We
counts
see him.
out 7, right?
We see the 7 pieces of paper.
Right.
The only thing we're thinking is Mr. President voted when he was out of the camera, out of camera.
Which Cliff Hall never wrote anything down.
No, it was probably already.
But in the universe,
Yeah.
on the show, when you weren't looking, that's when he
supposedly filled out
and
his
who did
ballot.
who did he vote for? Because
he voted for McGillicuddy. I had to vote for McGillicuddy.
He did, right?
Yeah, because
he was not one of the guys.
one of the guys that Joe Muncie Because Joe Munchie's a guy that flipped.
Right. So
Ralph got him, Norton, and Jerry Shaw. Those were his three. Because Norton did vote for him because he couldn't spell McGillicuddy. He's not going to break the poor little fat boy's heart.
Right,
so
right.
Those were the three. So Mr. President votes for McGillicuddy.
That's what you get for correcting him when he couldn't figure out the word
applicant. There you go.
That's what you get.
You're going to get me? I'll get you, too.
So
that's it. So
good little tie-in.
Yeah,
and of
excellent.
course,
Good job, Mark.
A great thing to see.
Yeah.
And but how cool is that?
Yeah.
We got another flub from the flub machine,
Cliff Hall. Oh my God,
the Prexy.
We love him.
Oh, we love the Cliff Hall. Oh, hopefully if it's always that Michael Bruce always says, like you wonder if if there's in the afterlife, like Gleason and Carney, they're all looking, going, what are these guys? They're actually doing a podcast about this show?
Hey, Cliff, come over here.
Cliff, come here.
These guys said about you.
Come on, you stammering lunatic. Come on. So, it's definitely a fun one because we have not done a
That
flub.
was a good one.
That would, yeah.
That's
absolutely.
Excellent catch.
It was a good excellent catch. So, now we're going into another thing that we haven't done in a while. You know what? If I ever have the intro ready and to go, I don't think anybody listening would even be able to. They would be like, "Wow, that's weird."
Yeah, it's
like
weird.
they expect.
They expect like you went right. It flowed into it flowed right into the Dynaflow. Like, wait, I got the right podcast on. I'm looking for dead air here.
Yeah, exactly. But we have one. I think we did it a couple episodes ago. But this one I like, and here we go.
Hell yeah, family, hell yeah. The Honeymooners podcast now presents Ad Lib or Not an Ad Lib. That is the question.
Fantastic. That's excellent. That when you really listen to these things, like we play them all the time. Sometimes you hear, but you don't listen.
Right.
This one I listened to.
Yeah,
it's phenomenal. From the Swanee River,
yes,
to Dave's voice.
It really is, dude.
And just how he's going over from unbelievable.
It really is. It's so true. Dave Ingram, of course. And I can't think of he's got a new podcast out. Oh my goodness! I can't think of it.
Verily.
It's called Verily.
The Verily podcast.
Yes, it's called the Intros to Honeymooners podcast.
And he plays them 24/7.
Yeah,
just keep on
exactly.
going.
Just play them. Yeah, exactly. So this is from Funny Money. Now, do you know this one? Did I tell you what it is?
No, you didn't. Remember, I told you not to.
Yes.
I told you not to. I didn't want to.
So
I'm going to be like the nuts out there.
I think that this is an ad lib.
Taking it from the beginning.
Take it from the beginning. Take it from the top. Here we go.
Very top.
What is it? 2017. Here we go.
Now, either you have a motorboat with 3 propellers, or I'll go someplace else.
Ralph.
Will you leave me alone? I'm on the phone.
Ralph, will you hang up that phone?
Look, I'll call you back. Now, what is it?
Ralph, yesterday you gave Tommy Doyle $100 to take your suit to the cleaners?
So what?
So what? So Tommy's in jail. That $100 was counterfeit.
You mean to tell me that you interrupted me when I'm ordering a motorboat with 3 He's in jail? It's counterfeit?
That's right, Ralph. This explains everything. That's why nobody claimed the money. It was all counterfeit. It's all no good.
Alice, I've been spending that money all over town. What am I going to do?
Ralph, I told you this whole thing was a phony.
Oh, don't give me that I told you so routine. What am I going to do?
There's only
if
one
they put him in jail for spending 1 bill, they'll hang me.
I think that might have been an ad lib because you see, he went over her line. She was about to say something. Right?
You could be, yeah.
Here, let's hear it again.
He's in jail.
Shakes the life out of her.
Explains everything. That's why nobody claimed the money. It was all counterfeit. It's all no good.
Alice, I've been spending that money all over town. What am I going to do?
Here she goes.
Ralph, I told you this whole thing was a phony.
Oh, don't give me that I told you so routine. What am I going to do?
There's only
if they put him in jail for spending 1 bill, they'll hang me.
You just got to go to the police, Ralph, that's all, and tell them the truth.
She sounded like she said that there's only one thing for you to do.
Yeah.
And then she didn't say that, but I wonder.
You know what it is too, Joe? Being that it's her,
That's why.
Jumping a great line like that
is not in her. It's not in her DNA.
Yeah, to do that.
To do that. No. That's why. Because she was about to say the only thing you could do is to go and,
tell the police,
whoever whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever.
Right. But, and think about it. That sounds like something Gleason would do.
Yeah,
if they put him in jail, they'll hang me, which is hilarious.
For 100. They have to spend this stuff all over town.
Exactly.
They're hang me.
So,
that's a good one.
Yeah. What do you think?
Okay. Just the fact that Audrey's jumping a great line like that.
Yes.
I could see Gleason putting that in.
I could see that
I really
too.
can. Just the fact that it's her.
Yeah. Like
if it was like Cliff Hall or somebody, I'd say, no,
he's
this idiot just jumped his line. But this is Audrey.
Yes. That's why I'm thinking that. I think this might be an ad-lib.
It could be an ad-lib.
Right? What was that? Oh, I thought there was somebody knocking on the door.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah. Anyway, so what do you what do you guys?
What's the door lock for?
What do you got?
We don't want to buy any magazine. This is bit about the magazine.
So, I will write it down when the episode comes out.
Yeah,
I'll when I put the episode up, I'll ask them.
Yeah,
and,
you're sure?
Yeah, we want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think?
think?
I'll play it.
Your opinion counts here.
It does. I'll ask one more time.
Don't give me that "I told you so" routine. What am I going to do?
Listen to her.
If they put him in jail for spending one bill, they'll hang me.
It's a funny line.
And then they laugh, and she's got to pause before she gives her line.
Yes.
So, hey.
Yep. I don't know. I think it might be. What do you think?
I think it is.
Okay.
Just because Audrey. It's the only thing that's
the
making
reason.
me think that way.
When he stepped over her line, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't jump lines.
No, she knows everything, and that's a great line.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
She would have never jumped that. She never would have jumped that.
Nope. She would have been waiting. Oh, I'll be waiting.
Yeah, I'll be waiting.
Okay. Do we want to... All right. Mark S.
Right.
Mark Strouch. Mm-hmm. I think he posted it or he emailed it, and we found it to be absolutely fascinating.
Yes.
And Mark sent this to... I think he sent it to me.
Yeah, he sent it to you, and you sent it to
Okay. So... When Jackie Gleason's contract with Dumont Television Network expired in the summer of 1952, and the financially struggling network was unable to retain him, he moved to CBS. CBS President William S. Paley sent Gleason and his cast of Cavalcade of Stars on a highly successful nationwide 5-week promotional tour, performing musical numbers and sketches, including the popular The Honeymooners. However, Pert Kelton, who played Alice Cramden, the first one, and other roles, was blacklisted and briefly replaced on the tour by actress Ginger Jones, who also became blacklisted, having earlier been named on the Red Channel's blacklist by CBS. Jones was then replaced by Audrey Meadows. Ginger Jones, now known as Virginia Damon after getting married, this is Millie. So Millie, listen, Bill. Millie was Audrey for a short period of time when they were touring.
Ralph, you better say something.
Ralph, what would an elephant want to do?
Yeah, but you don't need any elephants. You need a new wardrobe.
You need a new wardrobe. Ralph, your salary couldn't drip out. But so then appeared later appeared in an episode of The Honeymooners as Millie Davis, the wife of Bill Davis, an old boyfriend of Alice's in A Man Pride. The episode aired on September 22nd, 1956, and was the last. Had she not been blacklisted, Ginger Jones or Virginia Damon would have played Alice Cramden. Mm-hmm. But here's the other part to it. She, in real life, was married to Les Damon, who is Accident.
Accident.
right?
Yes,
Hey,
and-
when they do the color spread,
When his tongue turns blue,
what's the color spread? Yes, and he also he played the doctor. He was
Yes.
like, "Oh, you
Yeah.
can't
You can't go in there." Yeah.
Right. He played a couple more parts, right?
I think that's 3 could be it.
He in a dog's not a dog's life, but the dog food.
Yeah.
He's the one.
Oh yeah, he's Mr. Tebbets or Mr. Peck.
Yeah, he's the one that shoved Ralph aside. Yeah. So they were
never had a
married in
name
real
in any
life.
of his parts. Never had a name.
No, huh?
Not in any of his parts.
And I think it was Les Damon.
Les Damon,
Right.
or Wes Damon, Les or Wes.
It's either Les or Wes.
Les or Wes, whatever.
Right.
Anyway, she wound up marrying him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That's something.
yeah,
That's some connection. Now I did see her in a Lost episode.
you did.
Yes, she was in a Lost episode. I think it's the one where Ralph has the toothache with that one with the toothache and the yummy yum yum, and he's got to go do the candy commercial or something like that.
Yeah.
And I think she's like the receptionist at the dental office or something like that, or the nurse. Or something. Well, she got. I actually think Wes Damon is the dentist.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I got to go look at
funny.
that one.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, one day, I think 2 weeks ago, I was home and I was doing nothing, and I watched like 3.
It's like my life. I'm doing nothing.
I watched like 3 Lost episodes. 2 of them were fantastic.
Right? Could have been 39 worthy.
2 of them could
Two
have
of
been.
them,
Yeah, they had so many. And of course, I watched the one where they met Jackie Gleason.
Oh, okay, yeah, Jackie, yeah.
And Art Carney,
yeah,
all that,
yeah.
and which is still, it's just so great.
How they did that.
Yeah.
It's great how they did that.
Yeah. And then of course, I think that Art Carney is funnier than him.
Yeah.
I think why don't that Jackie Gleason ever get a pie to the face?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen. That was so funny, so subtle and hilarious.
And then he says something about Orgy Meadows when she walks out, and then he says,
Yeah.
you see Alice dressed up. She looks a lot better than her, or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
If Alice had clothes like that, she would look even better than her. Yeah. Just great stuff. But thank you, Mark.
Great, Mark. That was great.
That's fantastic. So
Always like pieces of history.
Absolutely. Now, I can't believe we're going to do this.
Uh-oh, here it is.
Well, we have
everybody's been waiting
we
for.
We have a new bit, everybody, and oh my God! All right, well, here we go.
The Honeymooners podcast now presents, to Joe Conti's dismay and abject horror, the Ron Albanese Twos Theory.
Oh, the great Dave Ingram. Yep, we are doing a Twos Theory thing. I can't believe.
And the list is growing and growing.
And here's the ironic part. The first one is me.
Joe's
I am doing the first Twos Theory, the first official Twos Theory. And let me get to it. Okay, so I noticed that, you know what? I think I'm just going to play it, and you guys, you're going to know what they are, but here you go. 2 different episodes. Here's the first one.
Built the sewers. Well, I did a little reading up on him today. He didn't build the sewers. He condemned them. That must have came as a terrible blow to you. Oh, well, set slug worry.
Okay, now here is the other one.
The music, fight fire with fire. I like to say in a trade, Cess Gary.
Now he said it differently,
Yes.
but he says Cecil twice.
I never even knew that.
Why am I doing this?
Because you have to. Because it's.
I mean,
because it's to your dismay.
It's to my dismay and abject horror. Oh, yes. So, mark this. Hey, Steve Franchi, mark this down. This is the episode 134 where we officially start.
That's right.
Our Twos Theory bit.
This is going to go on forever and ever.
And it's going to feel like 2 lifetimes.
You see Ron Albanese's picture in post office, like
exactly. Oh, he is jumping up and down right now.
Right now. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, he is loving this. But yes, so we now, because of Ron Albanese's lunacy, we have a new bit on the show, and it's the Twos Theory.
Twos Theory.
And of course, send them in, fellas and girls.
Now we got one from Michael Bruce, who texted me yesterday. Now, Mike, I got to tell you, I didn't hear the intro, so I don't know what you were when you said to me two voicemails ruined.
Right.
Because there was something about me moving.
Yeah, because in the voicemail, which we started the show off with, and
I didn't hear
Louis was getting ready. He mentions that Louis moved, and the old furniture looks good in the new apartment in the new house.
Yeah,
but Louis didn't move.
I didn't move. So I told him, no, I've just got to redecorate it with an ice cream cone.
Right.
In a cool green.
And of course, he said a voicemail ruined.
Two voicemails ruined.
Yeah, but yeah. So now you said that Michael has.
Michael had one. And he said to me, we were going back and forth with text messages, and very simple. Ralph says it twice. Very simple. So the first one, when he said, I got back, I said, well, I think he says it before he says, I have a big mouth.
Right. How do you get us into these fixes?
Right. Okay, there he goes.
Very simple.
Very simple. Very simple.
I have a big mouth.
Now he says to me, he goes, I know there's another one. What is it? So we're thinking, and I'm sending him back that emoji with the think thing on it, like like Mr. Parker.
Louis over there.
Like,
doing it the modern way.
Modern way. Stickers. Sending stickers back.
The modern way.
Like Mr. Parker, and, with his finger up to his head and his chin. Here's the second one. Mr. Marshall's house shooting pool. Now, Ralph, show me that break shot. Very simple. You put the ball down, and that was it.
Wow.
The very simple was the second very simple was at Mr. Marshall's house when they were shooting pool.
So the first one was from unconventional behavior, right?
I guess that's,
when they were going to Minneapolis, right? Hold on. Very quickly.
Oh, okay.
Right? I'll just
take it from the top, like we always do.
From the top.
Oh, this is us. Dead air.
Yeah, isn't this great?
Oh, this is great. I love dead air.
Along. I have a feeling that I may replace you as poster boy during National Nut Week.
Use that.
Will you tell me one thing, please? How do you get us into these fixes?
Very simple. Very simple, Norton.
There it is.
I have a big mouth!
All right, so there's the very simples.
That's the one.
Yep.
And the other one.
Find the other one, Mr.
You
Marshall.
said it's
that's opportunity knock.
Opportunity knocks.
But.
Right. All right. I got
Mr.
that.
Marshall. I missed that very good. Oh, Ralph, show me that break shot.
Show me that break shot.
Well, I guess that would be a...
Introducing me to Mr. Norton.
Now,
Show
let's see that break shot.
Very simple.
Here it is.
put the ball down.
Broken and hit. Something like that.
Now I would have loved to know what happened after that.
How did that actually turn out?
Yeah, how'd that play out after that?
Yeah, what did Norton be like? All right, Ralph, I'll rack him up. Like, what is that? Like, yeah. But there you go.
There you go. The two very simples.
Two very simples. Two's theory.
Courtesy of Michael Bruce.
Oh, God, we're going to have a separate podcast just for the two's theory. That's what's going to happen here. Oh, my goodness. Well,
I got one. Wait a minute.
Oh, you got one too?
Dishes.
That's right.
Mrs. Manicotti.
You all you told me, you go,
Yeah.
Mrs. Manicotti, dishes. So I'm like, first, right away.
No, I knock the dishes.
Dishes all over the table. Knocking the dishes all over the floor.
Second one.
You got me. It was so good.
Dial J.
Dial J.
When Ralph's on the house phone with Mrs. Manicotti.
Yep.
You should at least taken the dirty dishes out of the sink before I worked on it.
Right. And I didn't realize it was Manicotti.
Mrs. Manicotti.
That's a good one. That's a real good one. And that's specific.
Yes.
See, I like that one because it's not just, okay, they said, simple twice, which it's still good.
Oh, it's great.
But this is good because you actually said it's Mrs. Manicotti and dishes. Together, combined twice.
Thank you, Ron.
That was from Ron?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just thanking him for this mess that he's gotten us into.
I'm not thanking him. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. I refuse to do it. All right. Well, we have come to that portion of the show, and actually, before we this is actually being sponsored by
Oh, yeah.
Rob Lilly.
Rob Lilly.
Rob Lilly Printing. Go to roblillyprinting.com and get yourself some great hot sauce. Sorry, I'm all confused here. But if you want anything done, business cards, poster, whatever, any type of business printing you need done, he could create things for you. Do whatever you need for your business, if you're an artist and you need a background, whatever it is. Go to roblilly.com and go ahead.
He sent us two things.
Yeah.
It's a what do they call these? We call them cupalines. I don't know.
They're like a
sock hat or
I don't know what they call them
today. We just call them cupaline.
It's like the winter hat, but it don't have the ball on it.
They don't have the ball. Yeah. So anyway, it says
skull cap. Skull cap.
There you go. Skull cap. And it says on it, Bang Zoom. It's great. It's great.
So awesome.
And he also sent us a Honeymooners 2025 calendar.
Yes.
This thing is phenomenal.
It's
now,
unbelievable.
before we say anything, really say, well, go call Rob, we don't know if he makes these or he just did this. I hope he makes these because these are unbelievable. The dates on them, obviously going through the months, and his months are like kind of like April. He has like the worrywart,
of course,
a picture of each month,
right?
And Christmas, December, he has the Christmas episode. But on each day, or the days that are pertinent on there, he's got everybody's birthday that has something to do with the show.
Yeah, like Carlos, Cortez.
He'll have
anybody that was like any type of real human being or the characters.
Right here, Jim Bowles.
That's suppose you shut up.
That's you shut up. That's Jim Bowles.
Right.
He has
that's
his
what he said
birthday on there. Yeah.
Wow.
Jane Frazee, July 18th. Ken Lynch, July 15th.
Wow. So I'm going to say
Charles Eagleston. That's August Gunther.
That's
July 16th. Wow, what a week in July.
Wow. That's like 1 week.
Right there.
So I have to call Rob this weekend because we have to talk about the convention.
Yes.
Which Dino has told me the tickets, he goes, they're selling better this year than they did last year.
Okay.
They're already good. I think he's already got like 30 tickets sold.
Right.
And it's January.
But
I got to talk to Rob because I'm going to see
if he can
make these, and everybody's just going to buy them.
Just buy.
There's no way.
You will buy it.
You will
buy this. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's way better than the handy housewife helper.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
I mean, it doesn't have a wart remover on it, but it's but it's great. Here we go. More. We got September. Look at this, John. September 9th. Alf Landon.
I got to tell him. He's got to make them. I don't even know what he would. I don't care. $10, $15, whatever it is. I'm going to tell him, Sid Lude, even if he doesn't have a table, like, to sell stuff, even if he just brings that. Bring that and the Bang Zoom hats. Just sell them.
Sell them. He'll have his thing going. He did well last year, I think.
Yes.
Good. So that's good. We want everybody to do well.
Yeah, we want them to do good.
August looks like there's only Eddie Kane, Mr. Monahan.
That's Eddie Kane is Mr. Monahan?
Yeah.
Okay.
And National Bowling Day. So everything ties in, and it's like Betty Gard here. Sheila McRae's got on here too.
Now
Sheila McRae was the one who took over for Audrey Meadows.
In the 70s, 60s, and 70s.
Yeah, he was on the Jackie Gleason show,
the
live from Miami Beach.
Right, yep.
That was her. Louis Soren, right next to her.
Oh,
here he goes.
My wife, she's a here.
Yeah, she's a here.
That's great.
So this is the calendar, and I hope
I got to call.
I hope that he can make more of these.
Yep,
it's fantastic.
Absolutely. Rob Lilly Printing. Just Google it, and if you need somebody, and he's a great guy, and he's honest to a fault.
Yes,
it's just ridiculous.
So you will get what you order.
Absolutely.
I hope he makes them. Yep. I don't want to put him on the spot, but
I'm going to put him on the spot when I call him.
It's a good money maker for him.
Absolutely.
And it says on the back, all proceeds from the sale of this calendar are donated to the Raccoon Lodge Women's Auxiliary Brooklyn chapter.
Oh, that's great.
Where were we, Joe, in the show?
Oh, we are doing Louis'.
Oh, trivia.
Yep. Louis' 2000th favorite bit. 2000 favorite bit.
Right after Two's Theory.
Yes, right after the Two's Theory.
And now, Tom, who is our first guest, please? Our first guest, ready to leap the first hurdle on his way to the $99,000 answer,
is our
comedian fresh off his appearance at Fat Rack's Comedy Factory in Akron, Ohio. Oh, stepping on me. How dare you?
Sorry, I'm sick,
Yeah,
guys.
so sick. No,
yeah,
no,
that's
he
why
doesn't
there's a
know
lot
it.
of dusty
That's
on
not
the
at all.
halls.
I thought it was dusty in here, but Joe's sick.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I am ready.
You ready?
I am ready.
Okay, Joe. This
What do you rate this as a toughness?
I would say moderate, like middle. You could probably, you may
might
get
get it.
it. This, yeah. And it involves Thelma.
Okay.
Who's also part of the Two's theory. Who else is named Thelma?
Trixie's real name.
Trixie's real name.
No. Oh, this is never gonna. Oh my God. I can't believe I've done this.
I know.
I can't believe I've done this. I'm making
you got
this.
it. So,
yeah, I got it.
Two's theory. Two Thelmas.
God. Okay.
All right. Here's a question. What days of the week is Thelma off? And I don't work.
Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays?
No.
It's
2 days. Only 2 days.
Oh,
she's off 2 days.
I know Thursday's one of them.
Yes.
I know it because I know the way she's
Thursdays. She's really D's. She's more D's than Mr. Bartfeld.
Yeah,
She's really Thursdays.
Sundays.
There you go. Thursdays and Sundays off.
Thursdays and Sundays. All right. That's a good
one.
question.
Good one. You got it.
I didn't get it.
You got it. We're easy over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Get close, you get it.
All right. Well, that is. I think that is the show. And let me see. Who can we thank? Of course, we want to thank Ron Albanese for torturing me for doing the
making
the
everybody's
Tuesday.
life
and of
miserable.
course David Ingram for the new bit.
Oh, excellent!
It's great, of course, and of course Silk City Hot Sauce. All of you guys and girls who listen, who email us, comment on Facebook, all you full-grown nut fraternity members and future fraternity members. And don't forget, you can listen on YouTube on the Non-Productive Network.
Mm-hmm.
If you just go to Non-Productive on YouTube, every time an episode comes up, it actually goes on their YouTube channel.
Wow!
So if you just want to pop it on YouTube, there's no video; it's just the picture. But still, if you don't do the podcast, you don't want to go to the website, just go to YouTube. Everybody's got it.
It's like watching the Channel 11 Yule log.
Yeah, exactly.
You just stare at it and while you listen.
Exactly. And share episodes of our YouTube videos, even the ones that we made, with friends on your social media, or share directly with your pals in the sewer or at the bus depot. And if you want to follow me on my social media platforms, it's Joe Conti Comic, and that's Conti with an E. And that is it. Episode 134 in the books. That's for me.
Joe, I was going to say one thing.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
There's the passing of Bob Euchre.
Yeah. I always love Bob. How do you
Fun. I threw one on, and you got to go. I believe he was the most frequent guest on The Tonight Show.
I saw there were clips of
and I was watching a couple of things on The Tonight Show, and they're absolutely hysterical.
Talk about a guy who has a great sense of humor about himself.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
and it just funny stuff.
These lines would always come up on my YouTube, where it's like a YouTube video, and it would just show one of his lines. It was like, "Hey, I was very proud that I was minor league player of the year in my second year in the majors." It's just.
When he signed for $3,000 bonus, it's all his father could afford.
Yeah, Bob Euchre,
man.
the
Euchre. He was great. He was great.
Yeah,
anyway,
just passed away like 2 days ago.
2 days ago, yeah. I think 2 days ago, yeah.
So
got him on my phone.
There
he wallpaper, like I always tell her.
He's not in the Hall. Is he in the Hall of Fame?
He's in the Hall of Fame for some kind of Ford Frick Award. Ford Frick had something to do with baseball writers and stuff like that. He was a commissioner or whatever. Okay. But he's in for that. Yeah.
Because he wasn't like a Hall of Fame
God,
player.
no. He's, this always got me. Remember Bob Costas?
Yes.
You know that line, the Mendoza line? He comes up with the Mendoza, called the Mendoza line. Mario Mendoza was a lifetime 214 hitter.
Okay.
So Costas comes up with this thing called the Mendoza line. It's how you actually measure a hitter. Like, if you're under the Mendoza line,
Right. You probably shouldn't be in the majors.
And I never understood why he didn't call it the Euchre line. Euchre's lifetime batting average was 200.
Was it really?
Yes, exactly
Wow.
And it would have been better unless he probably couldn't do it. He may have maybe asked him or something, but it would have been better as the Euchre line instead of the Mendoza line.
Well, Euchre is just a funnier word.
Yes.
And he was more, he was popular.
Yeah.
I mean, Mendoza was popular as a baseball player, but he's not like
nobody
knew
knew
a household name. Exactly,
Well,
nobody knew him unless you were a baseball player.
Because
Unless
that's
you're a
what
baseball fan.
Unless you knew what Costas was talking about,
Right?
You know,
Exactly.
making
The
Mario Mendoza
Euchre
famous.
line, the
It would have been
Euchre
better the
line.
Euchre line hitting 200.
That's great. I
We
didn't
have
know that.
14 home runs and.
How many seasons did he play?
I think 4 or 5.
4 or 5?
Yeah, with a couple of teams. The Braves. He was drafted by the Braves when they were in Milwaukee because he's from Milwaukee. The Braves and the Cardinals, Indians, and I think back to the Braves, I believe. Those are his 4 teams.
See, I first saw Euchre in the commercials and then Mr. Belvedere. That's where I
Yes.
first saw him.
Okay.
And then, of course, I love him in Major League.
Oh, he's great.
Oh,
he's great.
Fantastic.
Oh, I must. And the Miller Lite commercials were the best.
Yeah.
I must be in the front row.
Oh,
come
yeah.
on, buddy. Come on.
Just great. Absolutely.
He was excellent. Bob Euchre.
So
Okay,
the great
good
Bob
joke.
Euchre. Rest in peace,
Rest in
Bob
peace,
Euchre.
Bob.
What a career he carved out.
Oh my God, that's amazing what he did.
Amazing.
And he was active up to. I mean, he was sick the last year, but 90 years old.
Yeah.
And he was working all the way up.
It's a
They
great
said,
run.
and just his one of his famous things in the booth was doing local commercials.
Oh, okay.
Reading just because
And then
you're
having fun
in
with
that
them.
you're in that small market,
Right,
the Milwaukee
yeah.
market. So like you know,
Come down to the Louis Fats Chevrolet.
yeah, stuff like that, and just going with it,
And
and
having
people
fun.
having fun with it. So anyway, that's the
What a great sense
that
of
was
humor he had.
excellent. That
Oh.
was the Euchre.
That's great. All right. Well, that's it. Episode 134 in the books. For me, Joe Conti, and my pal Louis Fats, we say we'll see you next time.
E pluribus raccoonum, night all.
Good night.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Good night. We'll have to do this again real soon.
How about tomorrow night?
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive producer Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.